I just get to yap, never ending. Sign me up. I really don't know what to do. I really don't. I'm so stressed. I'm so stressed. And my foundation is too light. My name is Jess Miller. People call me Jessica. If they're mad at me, not for short. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're watching this means I've finally committed to YouTube and TikTok is gone. So we are adjusting. So I feel like it would be good to do a little get ready with me and get to know me and just share my life and see where this channel takes us. So thankful that we already have 300 subscribers to start off. I mean, every content creator starts with 0, so to have 300 I am very grateful for. But I am assuming a lot of you guys are coming from TikTok, and so if you're coming from TikTok, you already know a little bit about my life story, probably too much because I overshared on that app. But if you're new here, I'm so happy you're here, and I'm just going to take the time to introduce myself. Jess Miller, I am from Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised, Twinsburg to be exact, about 30 minutes outside the city. I have lived in Nashville, Tennessee for 4 years. I moved here a couple months after my Disney college program, so I was living in Orlando, Florida, and I originally moved here to work in country music, but it kind of landed me in social media. I started on an app called TikTok, and it was the app that I swore I would never download like many, and I just got into it during quarantine. It was just kind of something to do, and it just kind of took off for me, and I'm forever grateful for it and the community that I got to build there. Any content that I post is very lifestyle content. I never really had a niche, which I feel like that's always kind of been good but also bad, because if you have a niche it's easier to grow your following. But honestly, social media was just kind of my way to be myself, and I am unapologetically myself. Anyone who knows me or who has followed me knows that I am so brutally honest, and that's how I like how people are to me as well. I will never hide the truth. I am just so me. Like, this is who I am, and I'm unapologetically myself. I always knew that I was kind of like a creative person, but I just never knew how to use that. And so after my Disney college program in spring 2020, when quarantine hit, everyone was like, download TikTok. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And I did it, and like I said, I was just able to post my life, and we ended up getting 227,000 plus people who loved following along in my life and everything that's happened from then till now. And so much has happened, which it's so insane to look back on and just see how much I've grown and who I'm going to be 5 years from now even. I think committing to YouTube would be amazing, because it's something that like I can look back on, my future kids can look back on and be like, wow, that was my mom when she was single and 26, just living in Nashville and just figuring out her life. Because if I'm being so honest, like, I'm still figuring out my life. Everything changes, and especially with social media, nothing's promised. So social media has given me so many people that I'm so blessed to have, so many opportunities and just so many things. I've learned a little bit of the ins and outs. I've been able to sign the management, attend so many, like I said, events, and just meet so many amazing people that I'm so excited to share with you guys. I am a lifestyle creator, if we are categorizing, which gives me the freedom to really post and do whatever I want, from day-to-day lifestyle to travel to beauty to whatever. So I'm excited to share all that with you guys and share some of my social media tips that have helped me that can help you as well. So just to give you guys a little rundown on me as a person, and the things that I've been through have shaped me into who I am. I believe in truly grow through what you go through, and the past couple of years have been amazing but also hard. Before my Disney college program, I was a junior in college in 2019. I ended up having to take a semester off school because I was diagnosed with a chronic illness called POTS, also known as postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and that just really changed my life because there's no cure for it, and so it affects my day-to-day life every single day. But from there, we were able to kind of get our life back, finish school, do our Disney College program, move to Florida, and then go through quarantine, still living in Florida, and then move to Nashville. And like I said, what brought me to Nashville was country music. I went back to school to do a master's certificate in music business, and then I started working in the music industry. I worked in digital marketing in the music industry, and I also worked for a publishing company, which then I started doing like their social media, but I was also posting on my social media, which a month before my dad passed away in September of 2022, I was talking to 1AM Management, which is now my management of going on, this will be my 3rd year with them. And I was able to sign with them and leave my 9-to-5 and really just focus on social media for myself. And it's given me the opportunity to work in the music industry as well by living in Nashville, but working with artists and their creative side with my creative side. So it's just been so much fun to promote their songs and do marketing in the music industry, but kind of like on my terms, not just like a 9-to-5, this is what I have to do for this person. So many ways to make money on social media, and I will make an entire video on this, giving you guys my tips and tricks. I'm not going to say I'm an expert because there's people way ahead of me, but some things that have helped me. But for just starters, lives. You can go live on basically any social media account now. LTK, Amazon storefront, just posting your content, brand deals, sound deals, which is a lot when you work with artists and just like use their sound and you can get paid to make money. Attending events you even get paid for nowadays. There's just so many ways that people don't know about. Subscription platforms, whatever you want to take with that. Like, there are just so many ways, and I just believe social media is so new, and there's so many things that are changing, which is so exciting, and that everyone should take the opportunity to be on social media if you want to. I think the older generation sees social media as like toxic and just doesn't really see what the younger generation sees. And it is, like, social media can be very toxic. You get hate all the time. And there's so many people that say that content creation isn't a real job. But it's not. It's not a 9-to-5. It's not a 9-to-5. We have more creative freedom, and we have more, like, we can do things at 11 a.m. that you couldn't do if you were in the office. But it's so time consuming, mentally draining, but it's also very rewarding because it's, for example, helped so many small businesses be successful. It's given so many people financial freedom, but also for like me, it's like, it's giving me a community where I can truly just be myself and share my life. And like when I lost my dad in September of 2022, I really went to my social media community and just posted how I felt mentally. Like, I thought I was only feeling things that nobody ever felt. Like, and when I would say these words, it felt crazy to me. And then everyone would be like, no, I feel the same way, or I've gone through this. And you just get to connect with so many people that you would have never met in this world. And I just think it's a really beautiful thing that everyone can share their story and just be themselves and get to know the real person. Because if you judge a book by its character, you don't know them. You really don't know them. And honestly, I always tell people, post the damn content because they're judging you anyways. They are. Like, I'm sure people I went to high school with are watching this right now, if they are, and they're judging me. They're like, but you know what? Please, keep judging me. It'll just make me more successful. So now that I've kind of touched on why I love social media and what it's done for me and just a little bit of what I've been through, it brings up family. I was always close to my family. My family's amazing. I'm very thankful. There were times in my life where I feel like everyone's wished that they could have different family, but family to me isn't just blood. I have family that isn't blood that is better to me than family that is blood. And I'm not going to name names, and I'm not going to call anyone out, but everyone on TikTok knows me for having 2 amazing nieces, but the secret is they're not actually my nieces. we are not blood related. They are my next door neighbors, my childhood next door neighbors, and they moved in when I was 15, and they've been in my life for 11 years now. My niece, Michelle, she is 11, and I met her when she was a baby. They moved in, and basically, long story short, they just became family. My dad was known for taking everyone in under his wing and just being supportive, and if you knew my dad, you loved my dad, and that's where I get my love from people, is from my father. And basically, their mother, Alicia, she's like a sister to me, and she lost her family at a really young age, so they don't have family really, and so they became my family. I'm Aunt Jessie in their eyes, and I'm the sister, and my family is their family. We spend the holidays together, everything. So it's just cool that they're literally 10 steps away, and it's basically like our houses are connected, and I'm not gonna say it's one big happy family, but it's the best thing that God has ever blessed me with. And blood doesn't mean anything. It just, love does. And those are my whole heart and soul, are those girls. A question I get all the time: Jessica, are you single? Very, 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 very single. I haven't dated someone seriously since college, and it's not because I haven't wanted to or I haven't been open to it. It's because I've had so many failed situationships, because I don't want to say issues, but like, I have a toxic past. I do. Like, I've been hurt so many times, and like, I need to heal from that to allow a good relationship to come in. But living in Nashville is hard to date in. It is very hard to date in. It is hard to find your person. Honestly, everyone says, go on dating apps, do this, go on dates. I'm really just hoping a hot man slides in my Instagram DMs and I'm just interested, and that's how I met your father, children. I'm really hoping for that. That's what I'm banking on at this point, because I'm losing out of hope. I'm really losing hope, because I'm 26 and I turned 27 in July, and I know I'm young and I don't want to have kids or get married to my 30s, but stay away from the musicians. Not all of them, but most of them. They are not good news, kids. Another question I always get asked is, what do you want to do when you're older? What do you want to do when you grow up? Well, I'm 26. I'm kind of grown. You know what I'm saying? But I truly see myself as a wife and a mother. I've never wanted anything more in my life, and I know being a wife and a mother doesn't pay the bills, but I just really hope I can truly grow my social media and continue making a living from social media and be that stay at home wife and mom, but working by being able to post on social media and working with brands and starting my own company, whatever that may entail. But I do, something that's really close to my heart is, no matter what, once obviously I've established myself and gone to where I needed to be, I would love to start a nonprofit in my dad's name. My dad loved children, and there's a whole nother story on all that, but my dad had a lot of health issues, and I would just love to start a nonprofit in my dad's name to help children, and that can be a whole nother video talking about my dad. I can literally talk about my dad forever and ever, but that is one thing that is on my bucket list, big or small, I will do in my day. All right, well, I feel that kind of wraps up a little introduction of myself. So if you made it through this video, I appreciate you. I love you. Make sure you like, subscribe, share to a friend. Comment and let me know what type of videos y'all would like to see. I would love some advice, encouragement. I'm sure this was very awkward, but it's fine. We're learning, we're adjusting together. We all have to start somewhere, you know? But make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend. Let me know what you want to see next. And add all my other socials. They're all linked, Jess Miller. And I'll see you guys next time.